Hey guys, this is Jonathan and welcome to a C++ tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to be learning about the while loop. Now, a loop is something that happens over and over and over until something stops the loop from continuing on forever. But some loops can even go on forever if you're not careful. So let's learn a little bit about this while loop. It is similar to the if statement in that it has a condition, but instead of using the word if, we'll write in while. And now we say while this condition is true, output this. Now, if I were to run it, obviously x does not equal y, and so the while loop won't even run once. But if I had set it equal, or the values equal to each other, so setting it, let's say, 4, if we run this, we're going to see that it's just going to start outputting lines and lines and lines, and we can't even count how many. And what is happening is it says while, and it evaluates this statement and says, is it true? And the answer would be yes. Then it runs whatever's inside of the curly brackets. And then it comes back to the top, to the while statement, and says, now is it true? And since it's still true, we output the same line, and over and over and over, and this loop would never end. And sometimes there's a purpose for that, but usually we want it to end. So what we're going to instead do, we're going to set x equal to 0. And then we're going to say if x is less than y. Now this is still going to be an infinite loop, because 0 is always going to be less than 4. But in our statement, we're going to set x equals x plus 1. Now what this is doing is setting x to 1 bigger than it used to be. So since it's 0, it's set it equal to 0 plus 1, which is 1. And then when it's 1, it'll set it to 2, and so on. And eventually it will get to be 4, and then x will no longer be smaller than y. So you can see that when x was 0, it outputted equal. When x was 1, it outputted equal. When x was 2, it outputted equal. And when x is 3, it outputted equal. But as soon as x became 4, the while loop quit because the statement was no longer true, and it carried on with the next statement, in this case, system pause. So that is basically how a while loop is used. And normally you do want some feature to quit it. Now, it is very common to make little mistakes. For instance, setting x equals x minus 1. And this obviously will set x into the negatives, and therefore x will always be smaller than y. And so this is going to run and run and run for a very long time. And so little mistakes like that can make a huge difference in the output of your code. So just keep your eye out for those sorts of things. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.